Why do artists complain about not getting sales? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, honestly. I mean, do you think complaining is gonna make your situation better? Or should you use that time instead of complaining to look for a solution on how to get those sales? I mean, it sounds simple to me, but maybe they have other reasons. I don't know. I just can't see it. Why complain? You might just need to, start from like work backwards. Be like, okay, you might need to do more marketing, might need to do more networking, you might need to do more, I don't know, posting on social media. You might need to build a website. So, I mean, for some people that like to collect work, they want to, if it seems like you're really serious about it, if you have a website or something, that might help. Um, Creating YouTube content, doing, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. So when I come across people that are like literally complaining, like, and it it bothers me. 'Cause just figure it out. If it's somebody, if if there's somebody in the world that looks like you, uh, and they're successful, you can. There's a roadmap, or at least there's some clues that you can pick up on, and figure it all out. But don't complain. Complaining is not going to get you anywhere. And I know from personal experience, the last crypto cycle, what was that? What was it? Mainly in 2021. Um, I collected a ton of artwork, a ton, hundreds, maybe over 1,000. I don't even know at this point. Over like a million different wallets, but there, I used to collect some like beautiful artwork from one artist in particular, and it's just I don't know what happened to them when the market turned and the bull market was over, especially on the art side of things, and price. Oh man, I hope I hadn't been too close this whole time and missing. Well, it is what it is. But when the bull market was over and prices started to change, like go down dramatically for NFTs, art, crypto, everything tanked. Um, I think probably maybe like 6 months after that, when the market was still really, really low, they just started complaining all the time on Twitter, and it bothered me. And I just got to the point I was like, this person complaining so much just makes me not want to buy their art, even though I love it. I can't do it, man. Can't do it. Fi- Find a way. Figure it out. If something's not working the way you think it should, figure it out. I don't know. YouTube, read some books. If there's a certain field you're in or a certain style of art you do, read about the most well-known people in that field. Figure it out. Stop complaining. It's annoying. I'm seeing it a lot. I I went I went 3 years without selling any art. 3 years. 3 years I went without selling art, and I never complained once because I knew it was something I was doing, or people. I just didn't find the right people at the time. Uh, the type of art I was creating just wasn't maybe wasn't appealing to the people that I was, you know, that would see my work. And that's just what it is. But now my style has evolved. A lot of the colors that I used are more consistent now in my work, and got some great advice from other artists and collectors about trying to build a narrative around your work and build a story with it. So I've been doing that, and now my characters are starting to take shape. And I minted some of the early characters, and the work has been selling, which is amazing. And a feeling that I haven't felt for a very long time as far as my work actually selling. And, it seems like every time something sells, my eyes water, man. It's that crazy for me because, you know, for someone to take their hard earned money and invest, it's like basically them investing in you, and just showing that they believe in you and the art that you're creating. So, yeah, yeah, man. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm looking at some. Should I say it? I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm looking at some of the things that I want to do with this new collection that I'm coming out with. I'm looking at different softwares and going back and forth on which ones to use so that I can make these ideas, I can bring them to life. So I look forward, man. I might not be able to. I'm probably not gonna get to it tonight. I'm fighting sleep as it is right now. Um, Another thing I did this. What was it? Or the day before yesterday. I know I mentioned in another episode this book that I'm reading called One Thing, where it's basically helping you with focus. And I woke up in the middle of the night, probably it had been like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. And sometimes I'm able to go right back to sleep, and other times, as soon as my eyes open, it's like a rush of thoughts just started coming in my head that were waiting. Like, oh, he's up. Hey, hey, hey. And I was like, whoa. And one idea that I did filter out was, you know what? This book does make sense when it's talking about narrowing focus, because I used to say things like, man, I don't have enough time to do these things that I want to do. But then when I broke down my days, there's time, but a lot of the time that I figured out at this point that I was wasting was watching a bunch of, random YouTube videos that have nothing to do with either um, earning money or art or just the stuff that I'm really interested in and I want to focus on. So that I cut all that stuff out. And then, I cut it all out. Social media, unfollowed like a million different things. Um, on YouTube, unsubscribed from I don't know how many channels so that my feed just to help curate the feed. What else I did? I was really, for a long time I was really into sports, especially watching sports, NFL, college football, college basketball. Um, what else was I looking at? I even started watching like soccer or football. Whoever's watching this, I was watching that too. And what I ended up doing, I unsubscribed on YouTube from every single channel that dealt with any kind of sports, whether it was sports talk or just sports analysis, sports highlights, all gone. Um, did the same on social media. Poof, everything's gone. Because I need to focus, and I want to use that time, whether it's to give more of that time to my family or use some of that allotted time that I used to waste watching meaningless YouTube videos about sports or just random podcasts that don't give any type of value, but just entertainment, which I guess is value for some people at times. But man, this doing this is the word liberating. I don't know, liberating, but it just feels like a kind of some weight been lifted off the shoulders, and I have like a little more of like, oh man, now I have this extra time to listen to some more audiobooks, or I have this extra time to work on art and this new series and get these ideas flushed out, so that I can, plan this whole thing out. Or I have more time for my family, do something with my kids, draw some, have them paint some new art on the wall. This, I mean, all the art that's painted, they did it, my kids. And oh, there's a beautiful one that one of my kids did recently that I look forward to putting on that. I'm probably going to I had to take some of these down right here because it's really big, and I'm going to probably sit it right up in there. And I'll figure out something to do with the other ones. Probably on another side of the wall, higher on the walls. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, man. I mean, uh, these are exciting times for me. There's somewhere where I want to be with all this. I know I've mentioned this probably way in the beginning. Oh, hold up. That's basically a sign I've been talking a long time when the computer screen sleeps on me. Um, I know I probably talked about this a lot more in the early videos of this podcast, but you know, I look forward to where I'm going to be. I wish I had control over how fast I can make this happen, and maybe I do have some type of control. Whether it's posting more on social media, networking even harder. But I really would like to, instead of doing more of the social media stuff, just working on the art more, like a lot more. But it seems like in at least the current art space that you have to be around, and in order to stay relevant to the not to the people, but to the algorithm. If you're not posting on a regular basis, or commenting, being engaging with other accounts, that kind of stuff, it might not be best for you to leave for like 2 weeks or a month to work on your craft and formulate your ideas. But I think it's another artist I saw post this. No, it was about 2 weeks ago, and he was saying that he scheduled his post. And I noticed that. I was like, man, he usually responds to a lot of the comments on his post, but I haven't seen him do it for a while. The reason was he basically scheduled his post for an entire month so that he could just focus on art. But then, he put the post, scheduled all those posts just so that he could have the algorithm wouldn't, punish him for not being there. So that's probably what I would need to do. Instead of talking about it, just do that maybe on the weekend or early in the morning. Start putting, like, scheduling a good bit of posts. Maybe about 3 posts, 3 or 4, probably 4 posts a day. Shouldn't be too hard. Probably just post some of my old artwork. Post maybe some art from my collection. I could definitely do that since I have so much. And that kind of stuff before I go on a tangent. But man, what was I talking about besides I don't know. Uh, hey, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Well, oh man, I'm so excited about what I'm working on right now. I've been going through some tutorials. I'm going to pick a software very soon, which one I'm going to go with to make these ideas come to life. And I still have to work through this story that I've created too. I've sent it to about I want to say 6 or 7 people altogether, mainly people who've collected my recent works, and then also a couple other people that I knew would be honest. I think I said I think I said this in the last video. Oh well. I mean, hey, if you didn't watch the last video, yeah, I guess it is what it is. I don't mind. These videos don't get a ton of views, and I don't. This it's not really the purpose to get a million views. It's the purpose for me to. The purpose of these videos, at least this podcast in particular, Gut Podcast, is for me to what not keep track, but especially like a journal of my journey from the uh, early stages of what I consider art career and getting to that point where I dream of getting to, and I visualize getting to every morning that I wake up. And I just want this to be like a timeline. It's something that my kids can see 30 years from now, and that my great grandchildren could see 100 years from now, and my uh, nieces and nephews from 20 years from now, or even just generations from now, can go back and see their uncle or their great grandfather talk about, you know, what he had going on with art. And they're like, well, he was a world renowned artist, and I can access and see him in the beginning when he was starting. So that's what I'm making this for, I think. Let me go do something. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to this point. I wish I had something that I could just give you a gift, because I would assume a lot of people don't watch these videos all the way through, because, I'm not doing the typical YouTube type stuff where I'm flicking a bunch of pictures up here to keep your attention, to keep you engaged and that kind of stuff. I'm just talking. And all right, let me go. I keep saying I'm about to go. All right, till next time. Peace. I'm out.